Hello guys, Igor here doing one more AppSumo review today analyzing Wordplay, a long-form AI writer tool that can create plus words of content from one keyword or phrase. That's the main difference of the tool. They have plenty positive reviews on AppSumo, more than 64 positive reviews, and the first long form AI copywriter tool, and then you can generate plus 1005k words from one only keyword. You can generate up to 7,000 words per month, and if you stack more codes, you get more words, up to 30k words. I have an account here that I can use to do that review. Let's see how the tool works. As you can see here, we have different modes, and on billing you can see their plans, and you can see that you can get pretty better deal on AppSumo right now. You can see your users. I have 10,000 words here to test the tool, and they have different modes. The first one, you're going to create the content in bulk from a list of keywords. This one is best for creating content fast for a variety of broad topics. The outline mode, that we're going to create a content from a title and 3 up to 12 subheadings, best for SEO experts who want to control which topics are covered. In the title mode, create content in book from exact article titles, best for situations where you have already prepared descriptive articles titles based on your research. Okay, I'm gonna start with the keyword mode. Want an article about contemporary civilizational crisis. And add here contemporary civilizational crisis, then only civilizational crisis. Then I'm gonna go here and research more topics. Empire downfall, only crisis. And I add here contemporary civilizational crisis. I just copied and pasted up a description from an academic article about civilizational crisis, and I'm gonna click here to submit. I'm gonna spend 4k words for that project. Let's see, confirm, and they will write 4 articles. So now the article are being written. They will write an article per keywords. Okay, so remember, if you just add more than one keyword, they will write more articles. Let's do another one about Roman Empire. Let's create the title mode. Okay, the article title would be "What Caused the Downfall of Rome?" Downfall of Rome. And I'm gonna add the description here. Just add the description from Wikipedia, and they will spend 1k words based on that title mode. Submit. Okay. I already have an article here about civilizational crisis management in globalized world, keeping your organization's reputation intact and in an hyper-connected and hyper-competitive world is no easy task. Crisis management has become, yeah, they wrote about crisis management. It was not exactly what I was looking for, but it was related with the keywords that was generic that I just typed there. Maybe I should have written a more specific keyword to get better results. What drives crises in a globalized world? On the surface, crises seem to be happening more often and in more different places. It seems like there's a crisis every day of the week now. This is because there are so many different factors that can incite this crisis, from social media to fake news. This is pretty new. As leaders in the field of crisis management, we should be able to differentiate between what's real and what isn't. We need an effective crisis management plan that not only addresses the immediate situation but also prevents future crises from recurring. However, it can seem like an endless battle with lack of clarity on how to handle each one without risking damage to your reputation and brand. So pretty cool. They will finish with takeaway here about crisis. So how to prepare for a crisis. So they created a whole article based on, the word crisis. So it was generic. They made something related to that. Empire downfall, 19 ways to deceive your loved ones and mislead your employees. Yeah, that one was a little bit out of the scope. Okay, the other one I think they are writing yet. Let's try another keyword, the woke culture. While you wait here. Woke culture. I've added the description here. Let's submit and spend another 1K words. So it's done. Pretty cool. So some articles can fail. And then if they fail like that, just try to do it again. From downfall, from submit and go. I did it again. If an article fail, you're not gonna spend credit, so you can just do it again, okay? Look, now it's done. Now it's done. This one failed and only one here failed. So let's see here, woke culture. Why the woke culture is destroying society and what you can do to change it. So really cool, really cool. That's like pretty specific article. Let's read the conclusion. With the rise in the woke culture, society can become more and more divided. The woke culture is made up of individuals who claim to be progressive and moral, but instead seem to be construction society. This culture is misogynist, etc., etc. The way to change this culture is to be proactive and respectful to those around you. If you are in a position of power, it's important that you do not abuse your power. If you feel threatened by the way others are acting, try to understand why they are acting such a way. Use your power responsibly and strive to focus on making the world a better place for everyone. I think that will be pretty good to create YouTube videos because you can just, go around a new topic and create it here pretty fast. Okay, the tool is pretty good, pretty different. I really like it. Let's see Rome here. What happened to Rome? Why it's such a state of disrepair? So they will talk about the ruins. The Roman Empire is one of the most famous empires in history. It was the first to bring, I'm reading the conclusion, a global system of law to build and maintain roads, to establish a state religion, and to create a citizen-based government. But today, the city of Rome is in ruins. The Italian government is working to restore it, but the cost of doing so is estimated to over $1 trillion. They create an article about today's Rome, so maybe I would need to create a topic about that, okay? Or use that outline mode that for SEO purpose, it will create a more specific article about the topic that I need. That's pretty cool. I'm impressed by that deal. I think you should try to get it if you need a tool like that to create articles pretty fast. And you can also buy it during Sumo Day because then you buy it less expensive. I hope you like that review. Thank you so much. Please, if you like it, click on the link in the description to help me to keep going. Bye-bye.